Hi, everybody. This is Nicci. I'm the Director of Public Relations for Who Lives. And I'm on High Five Live. I'm a little bit late because we had a little bit of technical difficulties, but that happens in life and we're just going for it. So happy to be here today. Wow, I love it. Look at all these people. This is fantastic. Well, today I am thrilled to be with you and to share our story. So I am the Public Relations Director for Who Lives. And Who Lives is an acronym for Water, Health, and Opportunity. Because once you have water, you are healthy and there's opportunities that abound. And I want to tell you about those today. And I'm sure you're intrigued by my title about how we saved 76 girls from slavery by bringing clean water. And stay tuned, I'm totally going to tell you about how we did that as well. So first of all, let me just tell you how Who Lives started. So back in 2007, my husband John and I and our 6 kids, we lived in Washington State. And we lived in a small community in Lakewood. Let's see if I have any Lakewood friends here. Oh, this is awesome. We lived there and we were very comfortable. Well, John had an inspiration that told him that we needed to move, and we needed to move to Utah. Well, it was a very hard thing to hear because we were super comfortable. I knew all the teachers I wanted for my kids for every grade, and John was coaching high school football. It was a small community, about 150 in the graduating class. So I set out to get my own inspiration that this was what we were supposed to do. And sure enough, it was. So in 2007, we packed up without a place to live, got in our motorhome and drove to Utah and moved into an RV park. That was awesome. Well, 2007, my oldest son, who's now, oh my gosh, like 33 and an ER doctor with kids of his own, don't date me, he got a mission call to Kenya and Tanzania. And as part of that mission call, he went out to Africa, and we decided as a family that we wanted to experience what he was experiencing as well. So we went back to Kenya and Tanzania like 6 months later. And part of it was just intrigue, and part of it was because I wanted to know why he was in quarantine for so many months as they were having political discontent due to, oh my gosh, there goes my dog. Sorry about that, everybody. I tell you, you can not control things, can you? So, anyways, oh, dog. She's super cute. I'll lift her up if you want to see her. Here, let me see her for a minute so they can. This is the barking sushi dog. There she is, old grandma. Okay, well, back to my story. So we went to Africa, and we just saw people walking around with jerry cans on their heads and everywhere collecting water, and we were just shocked. I mean, it was 2009, and still they had to collect water. We've been all over the world, and we were just amazed at the beautiful welcome that we received from the people, from their beautiful clothes, but man, the poverty was so extreme. It was just something to behold. So, we came home, we said, we can do something. We're a white middle-class family, and we can do something. And we noticed that BYU had developed a brick-making machine. So Brigham Young University is right here in Provo, Utah. Who Lives is based in South Jordan, Utah. And so my husband called them and said, we want to learn about the brick-making machine because we can make some houses. We can do this. Well, 2.5 months went by, and John was sound asleep in bed. And in the middle of the night, he had a dream that woke him up and made him jump out of bed and start drawing on a piece of paper. And what he drew, he wasn't familiar with because he's not an engineer. He doesn't know how to drill for water or any of those aspects, but it looked like a human-powered drill is what he thought it was. And the very next day, he gets a phone call from BYU. They said, hey, we got your number. do you have a project for our capstone engineering program? Well, John did have a project and said, I do, but I don't know if it's going to work. Do you want to take a shot at it? He just knew it had to be completely portable and very simple. And it had to get into hard to reach places because over 80% of villages live off of improved roads. Villagers live off of improved roads, so it has to get into the hard to reach places. Well, sure enough, BYU tackled it. Their capstone engineering program tackled it. And they went through the semester. They did CAD drawings. They experimented in someone's backyard. I mean, if you want to see the whole video, just Google BYU capstone and village drill, and you can see the whole process. It was incredible. The idea from his dream, it just wasn't coming together with these students. And so John went to bat. He said, hey, I'm going to give you my football talk. Come on, guys, we can do this. Just reach deep into your hearts. Pray about this, and you can do this. So, sure enough, 2 weeks before the end of the semester, they sent John a picture, and it was exactly what he had dreamed. It was a human-powered drill called the Village Drill. And I want to show you what it looks like because it's right behind me. Let's see, right here. Can you see that right there? That's a village drill. That was the first village drill from 2010 that our neighborhood actually came together and funded it. I mean, everybody was excited about it. Kids went babysitting for it and did service projects, and we shipped it over to Kenya in 2010 and tested it, and it worked. And there was cheers and high fives all around. And it worked. And you know what? It's still working today. That first drill is still working. So something so simple, it has extremely simple parts, and it can break down into small pieces. I mean, we've put this drill in the back of donkey carts. We've sent it upriver on the Congo for 3 days. We've put in the back of pickup trucks, to get to those remote places. Because you have to be able to have something portable to reach the people that don't live off of improved roads. And that's why I'm so grateful for High Five Live and Pam Ackerman for inviting me to tell my story today about Who Lives came to be. And now we're in 2021, and Who Lives is expounded. It's in 36 countries, you guys, 36. We have over 110 drill teams right now, and we are drilling water wells or boreholes for about 1 million people every year. So that means that in 2021, we have brought water to over 7 million people. Woohoo! Isn't that awesome? I mean, I tell you, if you had a choice, would you want to drink this water? Yes, you would. But for over 3 million people, they don't have that luxury. They're drinking the water like this. This is water that has fecal matter in it. It's water that elephants are pooping in, where people are bathing in, where they're washing their clothes, and the people are walking up to 3 miles. It's taking them 1 to 2 hours every day to go up to 3 miles to get their water. And who's the people who are doing it? It's the women and girls. These women and girls are not allowed to go to school or to play, have playtime mostly, because they have to go collect water. And this brings me to my story that I wanted to tell you about. So this group of 76 girls were identified in February. So part of Who Lives mission is we take people on, we call them impact missions to Africa. And this year we've already taken 3 different groups on an impact mission. And it's been phenomenal. Man, to have a close and personal encounter with these lovely, lovely people is absolutely life-changing. I would highly recommend it for everybody. But in February, we put in a well at a school, Light Uriri School. And as part of our mission, Who Lives is different. We're different from the average charity or nonprofit in that we believe in self-reliance. You know, if someone were to give you a cell phone, you'd feel pretty good, right? But if that cell phone broke, what do you think you would do with it? Well, my coworker told us today that he asked lots of people in Africa in July and August. He was there for 5 weeks. He said, you know, here's my cell phone. I'm going to give it to you, and it's going to break. So now what? What would you do? And you know what they said? We would ask you for another cell phone. That was the top response. Or they said, it's not ours, it's yours. It's not my cell phone, it's yours, so you would have to fix it. So we believe in the same thing. So if we were going to give you a well, do you think you would take care of it? Would you fix it if something broke? Would you use it to grow more crops or to raise more animals? No, our approach is called the community funded program, and it's incredible, you guys. Oh my gosh, it's fantastic. So we started it this year. We have over 10 communities that are participating in it. We are following the self-reliance example. We are giving no interest loans to communities after we explain to them we're not giving them a handout, that this is something that they will own. We go in, we drill a well right up front for them. We match their community funded loan with a donor if they need it. So sometimes some groups are only paying $40 a month for a year and to repay back their loan, and it's just fine. But other times it's a little more. It just depends. So this group that we put a well in, Light Uriri, they were thrilled. They were thrilled to have it, and they signed a contract that said that they were going to pay back some of the loan, well, all of the loan, in the next 12 months. Well, we met another person, a guy in our group met another person who's a director of a rescue center for 76 girls. And these girls have quite a story that will tug at your heartstrings. I mean, they're called butterflies. They are straight from God. These girls have been abused, abandoned, married very young as child brides. Also, female genital mutilation, FGM. Now, if you don't know what that is, just Google FGM and you'll see. You know, over 3 million people are affected by that. Well, these girls, these butterflies, they needed water, and desperately. They were walking more than an hour to go get their dirty water. They were carrying their jerry cans on their heads. I have one right here to show you. I mean, you guys have seen these. These are massive. They're like you put fuel in them. But I couldn't lift this. It was full. 40 pounds. Can you imagine carrying this on your head? Oh my gosh. And some use straps, you know. They carry it around their forehead, and they have indentations in their forehead from carrying these jerry cans like this. Well, these girls would walk and get this water, and sexual perpetrators would lie in wait for them. And so as a result, at this home for 76 girls, there were babies, lots of babies, and lots of pregnant girls, and lots of very young pregnant girls. We put a well in for them, and now they don't have that anymore. They don't have that perpetrators going after them anymore. They are safe. Our group in August went to visit them. They said it was a spiritual experience. They said that I don't want to be emotional here, but they said that just meeting these girls with their spirits was incredible, and already they had already planted more than half an acre of crops from this clean water. they were making a difference. They were planning how they were going to raise money by selling water to the community, by their crop growing, by animal raising. I mean, they are on the right path. And already, I mean, they've already made a payment back of $40. That's what we're charging them, $40 a month for 10 months. And we match them with some amazing people here and across the country who have the same vision that we do. So that's my story about Who Lives. That's my story about how we rescued those 76 girls. If you'd like more information about them, I'd be happy to share it. I'd be happy to share their Facebook page and other information. And also I invite you to become part of our Well Done community. I mean, it takes a community. It takes a whole village. And at times like this, if we just step out of ourselves and do something good for someone else, man, it makes our life so much better. I know you agree. It is incredible to be able to step out of ourselves and do something kind for someone else. So please go to our website, wholives.org. Every Wednesday I send a Water Wednesday email. It's very transparent. It shows what we're doing, and it has a positive message, and it's just super cool. I'm grateful for this opportunity to be here with you today. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for the love. I so appreciate it. And I'll talk to you later. See you.